Welcome everyone back to the channel. Kyle here once again for our weekly touch base segment on Saturdays. I'm going to do from here on out weekly purchases, weekly commentary, kind of my weekly check-in with all of you guys. So hopefully everybody's staying safe out there with the virus going around and all that fun stuff. I think everybody's sick of being quarantined. It's been a long couple of weeks. I don't know if you're like me. I don't know what day it is half the time. I don't know if it's Wednesday, Saturday, Thursday, or whatever. I guess good thing for calendars to keep us going. But obviously figure hunting is on the back burner. And like I've told you guys before, I've been trying to complete my Ruthless Aggression Jax style figures. I've been hard at work on that, scouring eBay, Mercari, Facebook groups. A lot of purchases this week, and also some non-wrestling purchases this week that I got off of Target.com. and so forth. So a lot of good stuff going on still, even with the virus and the lack of fig hunting, giving us all an opportunity to go back and get some stuff we missed or stuff we've been wanting to get. That stuff will be in the stores down the road. Actually, a check-in from my wife today. Elite 65. She took a time machine back to Walmart when she was getting groceries. Came upon a whole case of Elite 65 at Walmart. Can you believe that? Where have those been sitting? I don't know. I've heard reports around the country of those coming back to the stores. At Nia Jax, Ronda Rousey, they're going to be peg warmer for a long, long time. And you mix that with all the top picks that came out to the market, there's nothing good out on the shelves, guys. I mean, Peyton Royce, Billy Kay, hopefully you got those by now. They're pretty plentiful, but none of that is out there. Hearing reports on the internet of the new Black Widow Marvel Legends figures coming out, and I've even seen that new, I don't know what they're calling it, Gamerverse Avengers wave. I saw a picture yesterday of a pallet display somebody had out there. Really excited about half of that line. The other half are the video game inspired figures, and that's really not my thing, but we'll get to that. I'll get that stuff before you know it, but it's been interesting. Like I said, we can't be out there actively figure hunting. And I was trying to think the last time I've had this long of a break from figure hunting, and it had to have been 1986, 87. It's been a long time. I'm in a lot of stores every week for my job anyways, and I travel for work, which puts me in a lot of different stores and a lot of good figure hunting. I'm really getting itchy for a figure hunt because the withdrawals are a real deal. I don't know if I've said before, maybe I'll get into it down the road, but my dad was a great world-renowned starting lineup collector. We would go to the starting lineup conventions every year. He had everything. His setup was a lot like my setup. It's in the Peterson DNA, I guess you would say. But so many great memories as a kid, figure hunting with my dad, getting to stores. When you're a little kid, when you're 8, 9, 10 years old, you think nothing of waiting in line at Toys R Us with a bunch of grown men and sprinting to the starting lineup section and having 30, 40-year-old guys running behind you. But I was quick. I was a quick kid. I get to the starting lineups and get those. So a lot of fun memories back in the day, fig hunting. I really miss it. Hopefully we'll all get back to there. Being able to search the stores. I can't wait to start doing some fig hunting videos. Maybe I'll do a weekly fig hunting segment where I'll take some video and put it all together into one video every single week. Very similar to the weekly purchases video. Hopefully you guys are enjoying the content out there. I've had a lot of content this week. We're all stuck at home. I'm still working 1,000,000 hours for my normal job, but it's kind of a little bit of a stress relief to do a quick unboxing every day. And thinking about it, I'm probably going to have an unboxing every single day of the week for the rest of my life. No, I don't know about that, but for the foreseeable future, there's really no reason not to. I've got enough stuff I could unbox, and then all the new stuff that comes in, I got something I can show you guys every single day just to keep some channel content out there for everybody. So that's been kind of fun part of all this, is doing some unboxings and getting to some old Jax figures. As like I've said, I got a lot of those coming through the door. We'll be doing some more of that stuff the next few weeks. Then a couple of good detailed heavy metal release reviews on some action figures, Motorhead figures, Slayer box set. I got some good videos coming for everybody outside of just action figures. So hopefully you guys are enjoying the content. A lot more to come. I'll do some deep dives in some of the lines and maybe some collection tour videos. And I've been threatened to do a Q&A video. So I've got a good amount of questions. I figure I'll just keep waiting. So if you got any questions for me, please leave them in the comments. I'll do a big Q&A video for everybody. If anybody has questions, a big question I got was, how do you keep your collection clean? I did a separate video on that, so check that out on my channel. As I said before, we're dangerously close to 1,000 subscribers. We're about 100 short. That's pretty awesome, as I didn't try for subscribers or really do anything until 2 weeks ago today. Today is Saturday. What is it, April 10th? Like I said, don't even know what day it is. But basically started 2 weeks ago trying to get some subscribers to the channel. Said, hey, let's have a goal, see if I can get to 1,000 and see where it goes from there. And we're 100 short in 2 weeks time frame. So I know I say it all the time, but tell a phone, tell a friend, tell a wrestler, tell your grandma, tell your mom, tell your sister, tell your aunt and uncle. Post it in any groups that you feel might benefit from my channel. But let's get it to 1,000 subscribers. It'd be awesome if we could do it by the end of the day, Sunday, Easter Sunday. That would be awesome with 1,000 subscribers, and we'll see where it goes from there. But besides that, that's kind of my weekly check-in. Next up is going to be a big, big week of weekly purchases. All right, guys, let's kick off this weekly purchases with some non-wrestling purchases. Last week was all wrestling figure purchases. I got a lot of wrestling figure purchases this week, but I also got a few other things. So let's kick it off. Some Black Series. So got this loose, and I got a heck of a deal. Jabba the Hutt, the 6-inch Black Series figure. We all know Jabba the Hutt. Been wanting this for a long, long time. And I actually have this one, the smaller version I've had. So what do you do on a time like this? You buy this one, you flip this one, you sell it on eBay. And actually I sold this one for more than this one costs. So I love that. That's extra money ahead to buy some figures. So Jabba through the door this week. Been wanting that for a long time. Found a heck of a deal loose. Couldn't pass that up. Now on to some Marvel Legends this week. Target.com had some deals. Some old product coming back online, and they also had spend $100, get a $20 off your total purchase. So had to jump all over that because they had this. One I missed back in the day, the Avengers Infinity War, Iron Man Mark 50, and the Iron Spider figure, 2-pack. So couldn't pass that up. So I bundled this, and then they had the new Black Widow big pack. Some reuse from some Star Wars effects and stuff there, accessories. But got the Black Widow. And then the Target exclusive Black Widow Marvel Legends figure. So I got all these for free. I wish, but buy all these, and then I got $20 off and picked up my kids some Easter presents for Easter tomorrow. But that sale lasts, I think, through today. So if any of you guys missed that, jump on it. You got to always take the chance to get some free figures there. You got to take those opportunities and get all over them. All right, jumping into the wrestling portion. You saw some Black Series. We saw a little bit of Marvel Legends. We'll see a lot of those coming up soon because a lot of new waves kicking through. But here we are, some Ruthless Aggression. I bought a few different lots and some figures this week, some Lucy, some in package. Got some coupon skis that I'll be doing probably later down the road as well. So Ruthless Aggression #1, Rey Mysterio through the door this week. I already have this mint loose. This was part of a lot. I will be selling this one as I have no need for two. Same thing with this one. I already had this Ring Rage Ruthless Aggression's 8.5 John Cena. That came through the door. Already have it. Moving on with that one. Did not have this John Cena though. Ruthless Aggression Series 5. Look at that. They had some crazy packaging back in the day. Totally clear. You can see all the way through. An early John Cena Jax figure. Be hanging on to that one. Another one, Kurt Angle. Ruthless Aggression Series 8. Jax changed their packaging all the time in the main lines. It was the Classic Superstars line. They kept the same line packaging throughout, which I absolutely love. I think it's the greatest thing ever. A big run of the same packaging. That's awesome to me. Ruthless Aggression 11.5, Charlie Haas. And you can't have Charlie Haas without Shelton Benjamin, 11.5. So World's Greatest Tag Team in 11.5 together. Also, I believe there's a variant of the Shelton with red shorts. I gotta, if my memory serves me right on that, I'm pretty sure that's the case. How about Ring Rage 17.5, Shawn Michaels? Needed this one. This one's known, as you can kind of see if you get close there, you look. He's got real chest hair. Pretty creepy, if you ask me. Georgie Animal Steel Classic Superstars had that. I don't know. It just looks weird on this figure, but another one I needed to check off my list. Series 31, Kevin Thorne. ECW Kevin Thorne. One of the greatest ECW wrestlers of all time, probably. The Wrestling Vampire. How about Series 37, Cherry? That's a good one, Cherry. Really need to find the Deuce, Domino, and Cherry's Treacherous Trios 3-pack. That's pretty high on my want list. That's a tough one. I remember that thing clogging the shelves back in the day, but now pretty hard to get at a reasonable price. So I'm on the lookout. If somebody's got any connections, you let me know. Holler at me. Series 37, Katie Lee Burchell. Got her this week. And a late one. I believe Ruthless Aggression only went to 42 series. Only. That's a lot of series, actually, for most toy lines. But Series 40, Undertaker, right at the tail end. All right, we got some more here. Rey Mysterio, Ruthless Aggression 12. This is his Flash-inspired gear. You know, Mattel made one of these as well. I like some of these cooler Rays like this. 17.5, Ring Rage, Undertaker, Deadman. Another good one. I always love the Undertaker figures Jack's made with the rolled back white eyes. Awesome figure there. Here's another one I already had, but he came in a lot, so I got it. I'll flip this guy and move on from him. But Kenny Dykstra, Series 28. I believe there's a Pink Tights one. I need to get that one of these days. Just a few more in packages that I picked up this week. ECW pay-per-view, return of ECW Stone Cold. Not the coolest Stone Cold figure we've ever had, but part of the line, and gotta get it. Same line, return of ECW, Rey Mysterio. All silver gear. I really like this one. A lot of Rays. As I said before, the Jax line, Rey, Batista, Orton, Cena. There's millions of them. It's so hard. I've been working on that checklist. Boy, it's tough trying to figure it all out. From the Survivor Series line, Kurt Angle with metal. There you go. A lot of Kurt Angles, too. Now, my Guilty Pleasure Jack set. Very weird. I believe a lot of these were sold at Walgreens and kind of off-brand places, called Off the Rope set. Very bare minimum decorations on the shirts and the gear. A lot of guys in plain. Like there's a Shawn Michaels with just plain black pants. You know, very strange. But here's Carlito. We got Carlito this week. JBL, totally plain JBL. These are always great for customizers. You know, you could customize these because they're so plain. And then an autographed Chris Masters. Why would anybody ever want to sell this? Especially for $7. But there's the Off the Rope set. Some of these are really hard to find. I know there's a Benoit out there. It's a little tough to find. Very, very strange set. Bare minimum. But limited edition Mankind through the door. Got this off of the website Heroes and Legends off of Facebook claim sale. Been needing this one for a while. I just missed out on that Christy Hemme that I was talking about. I'll get that one of these days, I guess. Just wasn't meant to be right then and there. The final in-package figure I got this week is an FTC figure. We talked a little about those last week. The FTC figures are a little hit and miss for me. I really like them because they look like Jax, but the ones I've opened, some of the earlier ones, they come with loose ankles, loose wrists. Something's just not firing on all cylinders. I'm really looking at getting the Jerry Lynn and the Demon figure. I'll probably get those two. I know they have a ton of figures they've shown sculpts of and stuff, but we've yet to see them. I mean, they got to make them exist. It's cool to see the heads and stuff, but let's see the actual figures. It seems like they've been promoting some of these for years, it seems like. But I finally did pick up the Prince of Queens, Brian Myers. I got this off of High Spots. They had a huge sale going on, and this was one, and it was way cheaper than the $30 they normally are. So I said, now's the time to pull the trigger. I might do an unboxing on this. I kind of like it in the package, but I'd be interesting to see how the joints are on this one and all that, like I talked about. So Brian Myers, FTC. Yeah, very, very hit and miss. Very expensive. I know not a lot of people collect those, but next up, all right, we ran through about 100 and some Lucy figures this last week on the weekly purchases. This week we're at a much more manageable, like 30, 35, something like that. But let's start it off here. So we got Mark Henry. There's Mark Henry. We showed Cherry earlier. Here's Adrenaline Series Deuce and Domino. Very underrated figures. Getting harder to find, but big-time peg warmers back in the day. How about the Miz? Yep, the Miz. Early Miz. An Edge figure. It's a lot of work going through your checklist on all these things. I'm trying to, I got 2 different sites I got checklists from. I'm trying to make sure I've bought a couple doubles on accident. I've also bought some in lots, so I'm doing some flipping, some selling, getting back into it. But ECW Tyson Kidd. Good one. I got to find that 2-pack of Natalia Tyson Kidd from, I think, the last Adrenaline series. That's a really tough one to get. Working on that. Big Show, I have a million of these. This was in a lot I picked up. Paint damage, destroyed. This one's going in the garbage or in a crowd maybe for the kids. We'll see. Who knows? Kids got to have something. So, Big Show. Sometimes you'll come across those. How about Batista? There's a million Batista figures, and there's a million in like a white shirt, a pink shirt, a blue shirt, dress pants. What a fashionable guy. What a fashionable figure. The Batistas, they just keep coming. This is an interesting one. This Undertaker figure, I got it mint in card, but it was mint inside the card. The packaging was absolutely destroyed. Figure great shape, but I have never seen a package more destroyed than this. It looked like somebody took a weed whacker to it and then sprayed it with mud. I mean, it was terrible, but this only cost me $6 shipped in package, so that's pretty good when you're opening it up anyways. That's the nice thing with this line, and I can't imagine if you wanted them all mint on card, impossible. I mean, 1,000+ figures, all mint on card, that would be, a legendary feat if somebody could do it, but just for room's sake, I just want mint Lucy. Here's another Benoit. There's an off the ropes one of this with even less decorations, but he's got a little bit on him. He's got the little wolf and the toothless aggression writing, but the off the ropes one I need is the exact same figure, just doesn't have the writing, doesn't have the wolf. So, how about an early Stone Cold? I'm pretty sure those are those Matt Hardy pants. They just put a Stone Cold body on top of the Matt Hardy pants. Kind of a weird Stone Cold. Batista, we talked about it, the fanciest guy ever. I already have this one. This will be another one. Great for a crowd scene figure because he looks like a member of the crowd. So that's where that one will end up going. How about a late Chris Jericho and deep in the ruthless aggression, like 41, 42 even possibly. Boy, Jax gets a lot of flack, for some of their accessories and some of the reuse and all that kind of stuff they do. But man, they pumped out figures. They pumped them out faster than Mattel did. But that head scan, amazing. I mean, they have some great head scans. And that's why you see a ton of Jax loose bodies for sale online with the heads missing, is people take the heads off them and put them on the Mattel figures. Mattel's got superior bodies for the most part on the elites, but Jax has some head scans that I would put right up there with Mattel. Even, 10, 12, 13 years ago, they were knocking that out. People forget, Jax was the forerunner to Mattel. Without Jax, we wouldn't have had what we have with Mattel today. Another Rene Dupree, talked about him before. There's a million Rene Duprees. Jax was firing all cylinders the time he was hot. How about a Cena? I believe this is an early Adrenaline 2-pack, 33 jersey. I don't know if that's I always say 33 is either for Jose Canseco or Larry Bird, but it's probably Patrick Ewing on this one. I don't know. Elijah Burke, a deep Elijah Burke. One of a few that were released by Jax. How about another Chris Jericho? I believe this is an Adrenaline release Chris Jericho. Test. WrestleMania shirt Test. This is a must-have figure, I'm sure, for a lot of you. Another one. WrestleMania shirt Eddie Guerrero. It was WrestleMania series. That's what they did. Plop a shirt on the guy. Same pants, same everything. Get another figure out of it. Smart. How about Albert? WrestleMania shirt edition. They keep pumping them out. There's many more to get. Now, here's a good one. I got this figure, Chris Jericho. It looks pretty good, I'm sure, on camera. I got this bad boy off Mercari for $6 shipped. Heck of a deal, I thought. The picture looked great. Guy didn't say there was any problems. But when I got it in the mail, I was just totally, I fell to the floor. I couldn't believe what I was seeing. This thing was caked in mud. I mean, it was black. I've never seen a dirtier figure. And I said to the guy, what the heck are you doing? What is this? And I said, was this buried in your backyard? You want buried it to give to me? Or what's the deal? And the guy responds back that, well, it's been in my shed the last 10 years. And I said, you've got to be kidding me. I mean, I fig bathed this thing for 24 hours. Scrubbed it and scrubbed it and scrubbed it. Still pretty disgusting. It's going to be a placeholder. It looks pretty good. You know, it cleaned up well. There's just a little wear on the top back of the jacket. But I just can't look myself in the mirror in the mornings when I'm brushing my teeth knowing this is sitting in my collection. It's just not fair to me. I just can't go on with that. It just eats me alive. But, you know, I got it for $6 and the guy refunded me $1, so it was only $5. Not terrible, but I would have rather put that $5 towards that Jericho for $12 in mint condition. You just got to be careful when you're buying out there, and fig baths are so important to that, especially now in this day and age. How about that Jack's Far East set? I got all 3 members there. See if they'll stand. Another strange set. I believe this is ringside exclusive. You know, the whole crew is here. You know, I was happy to get that one off my list. Let's see. Moving on. How about another Triple H? This is an awesome Triple H. There's just something a little wonky about the face. But for the most part, it's a pretty good one. A late release Triple H. We're down to the home stretch for the week. John Cena. Another guy, like I said, 1 million John Cena figures. This is a late John Cena. I want to say Ruthless Aggression 40. Don't quote me on it. But, man, look how big that head is. That was the problem. Jack's got that big head syndrome. I mean, you take that early John Cena here, put this against each other. Look at the size difference in the heads on these two. It's unbelievable. Hey, look, he's peeking through. Crazy. I mean, I did not care for that at the end with just too big of heads. And how about a Brock Lesnar? Early Adrenaline. This one's actually pretty hard to find. Got this on a heck of a deal. I couldn't pass up. I just need the other part of the Adrenaline set. But all right, down to the final 2. Another late Adrenaline set. I got to double check on this, but it's The Undertaker, Shawn Michaels Adrenaline for the WrestleMania match 2-pack. They also released this one in a single carded release. I'm fairly certain it's the exact same figure. I need to double check that, but I'm pretty sure it is. And for what I'm accomplishing, I will not need 2 of these. I'll just have this one. It'll be my placeholder for both. This Taker, I got to think they've released this Taker in a single series probably 5 or 6 times. So when I'm going through each week of my checklist and crossing off what I have and what I need and what I'm missing, I make sure to count some of these doubles here because, boy, there's some of those figures that are released 5, 6 times. I do not need 5 or 6 of the same figures on a shelf. I mean, there's enough as is with Jack's. I mean, I think it's over 1,000 figures when you take every single line combined and all the specialty stuff and all that fun, great stuff. But that is all she wrote this week for weekly purchases. Big week. You know, once I get these Jacks more completed down and get some of these easy ones out of the way, there's not going to be a whole lot of weekly purchases for the Jacks anymore. It'll be just primarily new stuff. I'll get another collection video probably down the line once I get this Jack stuff figured out. I got a whole new room since my collection video that I've added on. And I said last week, and I talked to my kids, hey, we need your playroom. I'm going to need that room soon. So you guys, I'm going to be taking that over before you know it. But that's it for weekly purchases. Hopefully everybody's having a good week. Hope you enjoyed the video. Like I said, please comment, like, subscribe, ask me any questions you got. Let's get those subscribers where we need them to be. Besides that, this is Kyle, and I'll catch you guys all very soon on the next video. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.